Today, we're diving into a story from the deep, dark corners of the internet. It's one of those modern cautionary tales, a story about the digital world and the price you pay when you think you're smarter than the game.
And that's really the core question here, isn't it? It's about that razor-thin line between being confident and being arrogant, and what happens when you cross it in a place where there are absolutely no rules.
So let's meet our main character, Michael. He's a college student, and by night, he's navigating the hidden alleyways of the internet. And in his mind, yeah, he's a total expert.
Michael is the definition of a dark web tourist. You know the type. He's been doing this for 2, maybe 3 years. He thinks he knows all the tricks. He's got the Tor browser, he's swapping VPNs, he's even got tape over his laptop camera. But all that knowledge didn't make him careful. Nope, it made him feel invincible, like he was a ghost, completely untraceable.
And this is where the main conflict comes in. For Michael, the dark web was just this exciting playground, a source of adrenaline. But his best friend David saw it for what it really was, a legitimately dangerous place. David kept warning him, man, you gotta stop. But eventually Michael just stopped telling him about his adventures.
So the thrill starts to wear off a bit. And for his upcoming birthday, Michael decides, you know what, I'm gonna up the ante. He orders one of those mystery boxes, but he adds a little note, asking for something special.
And this is the reply he gets. So simple, so accommodating, and so creepy. They promise to make his birthday one he'll never forget. And boy, are they about to deliver on that promise.
Okay, this right here should have been the first massive, blaring red flag. Michael was so careful, always using anonymous drop points. And yet, on his birthday, this package shows up right on his doorstep. They knew his real address. But his excitement for the game, it just completely blinded him. He rips open the box, and all that caution just evaporates. It's replaced by this huge wave of surprise and excitement. Inside, there's a note. It's a treasure hunt. And at the bottom, a signature he knows instantly. His best friend, David. Michael's first thought? David teamed up with the vendor to throw him the most epic surprise birthday party ever.
And just like that, the game is on. Michael starts following the clues, totally convinced he's on his way to a surprise party, with no idea he's actually walking straight into a perfectly laid trap.
Now the note has this one very specific instruction. And to Michael, it just sounds like part of the fun, like some kind of spy game. So without even thinking twice, he agrees. He's going to burn every single shred of evidence that could ever prove his innocence.
So Michael is now stuck in this deadly loop. He gets a clue, like an anagram, one miss. He solves it, and it spells out Man Cave, which is this old hangout spot he and David used to have. He goes there, finds the next clue, and then he meticulously burns the proof. Step by step, he's actively taking part in framing himself.
So he gets to the man cave, probably bursts through the door expecting everyone to yell surprise, but the room is empty. No party, no friends, just a board with the next clue. A picture and a card, and they're pinned to the board with this big, sharp knife. He pulls the knife out with his bare hands, looks at the clue, and just moves on to the next step. Okay, so the new clues lead him to another one of their old spots, this time out in a forest. When he gets there, he finds a shovel just resting on a pile of freshly disturbed earth, and a note nearby says, "The treasure is buried right here." This is it, the final stop.
At this point, you can just imagine Michael's excitement is through the roof. He grabs that shovel, 100% convinced he's about to dig up some amazing birthday gift. He's just digging away, so ready for the big reveal of this awesome, elaborate game.
And then, thunk. The sound of metal on something hard. He's found it. He frantically clears away the rest of the dirt. His heart is just pounding. And slowly, a large box comes into view.
This is the moment he's been waiting for, right? The end of the whole hunt. He solved all the puzzles, he followed the map, and now he's about to get his prize. What in the world could be inside? Well, the game is about to come to a sickening, gut-wrenching end. The prize he's about to uncover is not something he, or honestly anyone, could have ever expected. He pries the lid open, and his entire world just stops. It's not a treasure, it's not a prize, it's David. His body, cold and lifeless, is inside that box. The very friend who warned him to stay away from all this has become its final victim. In that instant, the confident expert is gone. He's just a terrified, hysterical young man. In total shock, just pure horror, he does the only thing he can think of. He calls the police and tells them he's found his friend's body.
And this is where the truly evil genius of the game is revealed. The treasure hunt was never for him. It was a carefully designed path to do one single thing: frame him for murder.
So the police show up, and they start asking questions. How did you know to dig here? What clues are you talking about? And as Michael frantically tries to explain the mystery box, the treasure hunt, the notes, you can just see this cold, horrifying realization wash over him.
I mean, think about it from the cop's perspective. The evidence against him is absolutely damning. Michael's fingerprints are all over a potential murder weapon, the knife. He's the one who led them right to the body. He has a known history of using the dark web, and his wild story about a treasure hunt, he has zero proof. Why? Because he burned it all himself.
It was the perfect trap. Every single step he took, thinking he was solving a puzzle, was just another step that tightened the noose around his own neck. The overconfident expert who thought no one could ever trace him was outplayed at every turn. Michael was arrested for the murder of his best friend.
And this is the chilling lesson from the source of this story. Michael's tale is a brutal warning. It's so easy to feel anonymous, to feel powerful behind a screen, to think you've got the skills to dance in these dangerous digital spaces. But there are always bigger players out there. People who are smarter, more ruthless, and playing a completely different game. And it just makes you wonder, is the thrill really worth the risk of ending up as one of their pawns?